Back at it again. Welcome back, Headlight Headlines. I am your host, Clayton. As per usual, follow us on Twitter at HlightHlines, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Headlight Headlines. This is your daily automotive news podcast. And let's just dive on in today. We've got a bunch of news to cover, a bunch of different concepts to look at, but we're going to start it off with the one-of-a-kind Porsche 911 Sally Special, bringing in $3.6 million at charity auction. So if you have not seen this car, it is a Porsche 911 based off the character Sally from Cars. So it's based off of this. It has a lot of styling cues and some extra like Easter eggs all over the vehicle that relate it to this movie. It is the most expensive new Porsche ever sold at auction, and $3.6 million is how much it went for. This is insane. They released this just last week, I believe. It's based off the 911 Carrera GTS, which I think is a beautiful car. Here we've got some other pictures that show off this new Sally Special. Here's what Sally, the character from Cars, looks like, and then here's what the car that just sold looks like. It's very nice, 6-speed manual, amazing car. $3.6 million though. I do not have that, but someone got real lucky and got to come home with this. It's really nice, and I love the blue color on it. But yeah, so that's just a little update on that. Crazy to see it go for that much. Next up, we've got the 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz getting a price bump, and this new night edition featured here. It's all blacked out. It's got some black wheels on it that aren't really the coolest looking. They're kind of weak, to be honest. But the base price they're increasing by $1,010 because they added newly standard driver assistance features. It doesn't say exactly what right here. Oh, here it is. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert are now included on the base model, which previously were not. So that base price goes up now to $29,085, which is not bad for a new vehicle, especially a very unique one like this. I think this car, or truck, whatever you want to call it, is going to be not really like popular, but definitely like a niche group of people are going to have it. Kind of like the Subaru Baja from back in the day, but not as cool. But I think it's alright. I think it's pretty cool. 281 horsepower? Like, come on. Well, that's the optional engine, but turbocharged 2.5 liter, not bad. So obviously this competes with the Ford Maverick. That's really all it has at the moment that it competes with, but that's a really good price. Both of those trucks start at a pretty low price, so that's cool. This night version starts at $37,000, which is kind of expensive, but it says it's the cheapest way to get that turbo engine, so could be interesting, could be worth. But yeah, if you're looking to get these, they're super cool. They're a lot of people talk very highly of them, so I'm not going to bash it. Next up, we've got a few concepts from DeLorean, surprisingly, and there is a gull-winged one, and DeLorean's not the only one with a gull-winged concept we're going to look at today, so stay tuned for that. But we've got some interesting names for these concepts. We've got the Alpha 5, which is this top one here. It's got the gull wings right here. Very interesting looking. It's very crazy. Honestly, I'm going to doubt that these ever release just because of how outlandish they are. Like this, look at this thing right here. That was the Omega, I believe. But there's another one that I like even more. Okay, I was kidding. The Alpha 5 is different. The Alpha 5 is the gold wing one. This one is different. And this one is my favorite. It is the Plasma Tail. I love vehicles like this. It reminds me of a shooting brake type vehicle, if you know what that is. And this Omega thing is crazy. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But yeah, so we've got the Omega. It's more off-roady with some big crazy tires, and it's just, I can't even describe how it's shaped. I don't know. It says it blends the design freedom of an electric powertrain with an off-road racing attitude. And it's got some really chunky looking wheels. This plasma tail is my favorite. The Alpha 5 is also very cool. It is kind of like a new DeLorean, like the original DeLorean that everyone calls. Which one of these three is your all's favorite? Take a look at them if you're listening on podcast. The new DeLorean concepts. My favorite is the plasma tail. So let me know in the comments what your favorite is. Next up, we got some more electric EV concepts. These ones are like very early type of concepts, even compared to those ones we just looked at from DeLorean. These are from Nissan. It says they're spending nearly $20 billion to deliver 20 electrified vehicles in the next 4 years, and aims at 15 models by 2030. So there's some interesting ones right here. They've got not actual names. Chill out, hang out, max out. Those aren't actual names. But we've got this truck looking thing right here. Very odd. Let's look at the pictures. We've got this truck. It's red. It's got a weird light bar screen looking thing on the front. Just wait till you see the back of this. Then we've got this. Kind of looks like a Tesla Model X mixed with a Nissan Murano, but crazy futuristic at the same time, which doesn't really make sense, but kind of. Don't know what this is. Like, these are like the new Z taillights, but then there's another perpendicular two lines right here. Don't know what that's about. Very interesting. We got some people watching something with a bowl of ice cream or something in the middle. Some rear hinge doors and front hinge doors. And then this truck has like a weird emoji screen on the back. And also it's a convertible. Or no, it's not convertible. It just has a weird overhang thing here. I can't tell if the back's like looking open or not. See, the back looks wide open. I don't know what that's about, but they got a surfboard in the back. In the bed. And then it gets this little like cover. Bed cover. Crazy looking. I don't know. And then there's this thing, which is ridiculous. Some convertible, crazy supercar looking thing. I doubt we ever see anything really close to these. If we see these, it'll be drastically different in production. But very interesting. They're very minimal. Like, all these only hold 2 people, except for this SUV thing might hold 4. But this is just like a 2-door truck. Those don't sell very well. This is just a 2-seater roadster. Those don't sell well. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to get with here. But they are wild, that's for sure. Check out these Nissan concepts if you haven't seen them, if you're listening on podcast. And now we have even more concepts. Don't worry, there's only one more concept after this. We got an Audi Sphere concept, Active Sphere, and it's hinting at an off-road electric crossover. So if you kind of look at these, we've got some like off-road looking tires. They're got that all-terrain tread looking at them. We got the Audi's type of body lines going. You can't really tell at all what's going on in this, besides the fact it's got some beefy tires on it. Off-roaders are very hot. It would be very interesting to see if Audi actually went into this. And then there's some other concept as well that looks almost like a van, a minivan. And then there's the Sky Sphere. So this is just the new Active Sphere. So these Sphere name brands are some electric concepts that they've been showing off, but this one here is the new one. So if we get a weird looking car with some crazy all-terrain tires that is a crossover, but it's smaller than a crossover, that'd be pretty cool, to be honest. I'd be into it. So let me know if you would buy a car like that. And then our last concept of the day, another gull-wing door hypercar called the is Zinger. Not really sure how you say that. Hyper GT. So this company is making 3D printed vehicles. Now I'm not sure. Obviously, the whole thing can't be 3D printed, but it is an American company based in California. And this one has 2 seats design. It has a 2-seat design. There's no pictures of the gull-wing on here, but apparently it has gull-wing doors. You can see how it is hinged on the roof like that. So they definitely have them. They're saying it has a V8, twin turbo V8 with an electric drive. So this thing's going to be fast. Going to be super fast. Check it out. Let me know if you know anything else about this company, Zinger. But yeah, they're planning to build a 3D printed hypercar. And it looks really cool. It kind of even looks like an Aston Martin in some ways. Which leads us right into our next thing. Aston Martin chops the roof off the V12 Vantage. There is now a V12 Vantage Roadster. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge Aston Martin fan. And my favorite Aston Martin is the Vantage. Okay, that's not true. It's really the shooting brake Zagato. But that thing's like 3 times as expensive. But the Aston Martin Vantage has always been one of my favorite cars. And now we finally have a V12 Vantage Roadster of this edition. So it has the same 5.2 liter twin turbo V12, making 690 horsepower, 3.5 seconds for 0 to 60. Great looking. This blue-green color is amazing. I love it. I would get it. It's kind of similar to that BMW color, but a little more blue. And they're saying that it's going to be $350,000. I don't know if it says how many there are. It'll begin later this year. And that's really it. 249 units worldwide. So this thing's expensive. I love Aston Martin, and I love this so much. Hopefully one day I'll see one. Doubt it, but I'll keep my eyes out. And finally, we're going to finish things off today with the Ford Stampede event. So Ford is going to be unveiling the new 7th gen, right? 7th gen Mustang, I think is what it is. They are calling it the Stampede, in quotes. All new Mustang global debut September 14th. So here in just a few weeks, 8 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Personally, I'm not a Mustang fan. My favorite Mustang is the New Edge Mustang. Y'all might hate me for that, but it really is. New Edge Mach 1 is one of my favorite cars. I'm not a Ford fan, not a Mustang fan. I'm a Camaro fan, but I'm interested to see what this looks like, because the Challenger will be gone. The Camaro, I believe, is going to be gone. And it's just going to be the Mustang again. If this is what it looks like, I don't know how I feel about it. It has this, I like this side little scoop thing right here. I don't know. It looks too bland on the front to me, just like what they've had for the last gen. So we'll see what they come out with. I'm really interested to see. Mustangs are very popular. Obviously, they're the most popular American sport muscle car made. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. Like I said before, check us out on Twitter at HLines, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Headlight Headlines. And with that, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.